Hi everyone, so this is a mini podcast that I'm recording, and I'm just recording it for my knowledge and my talking perspective. So many times the people think is that is there any way by which you can speak fluently, you can discuss things, or you can talk to the people, but there is no such way. What you can do is you can increase your level of fluency by just repeating and practicing. There are filler words in your communication. Try to avoid them, not to use them repeatedly, because once you will start using it, it will become your shield to hide. Let's suppose you are not getting any words, then you start using these filler words to hide that area of opportunity that you have. So avoid using filler. The filler are one of the totally non-negotiable. If you always use filler, then obviously then it is not going to give you a good or good command in it. The language is easy to learn just by listening and doing a practice with the good people. It will be very easily accessible and you can easily learn it by. But let's suppose if you are keep on struggling and keep on finding the way that what is the easier way, how can I learn it, start using fillers. The mainly the very common filler generally the people use like are, like, so the same filler I also use in my communication, but I try to make them. Uh, I try to feel like that. Okay, these are okay, but nowadays I sense like these are not at all okay. These are making my communication bad and totally absolute and not interesting. I don't want it to make this entire thing into the way that it is going to be happening. But any which way, let's see that how we can improve this filler thing. The filler are totally bad and making the conversation uninteresting. Now, let's suppose I have a lot of things to do in my mind, and the one important task that I have with me is to create a situation or a solution where the fillers will be removed. Okay, I talked a lot about filler, but let me talk about topic. So yesterday I saw a news where one of the uh, vice chief minister, that would be the right word. Yeah. So he lost his life in a plan in one of the charter plane crash. So what happened was there he was the one who was flying for one of the area, and suddenly his plane got crashed. Generally, when the VIP travels from one place to another, their security is too tight. The chances of errors are very marginal, or I would say non-negotiable. But still, in this case, how this tragic event has happened, no idea about it. Still, still the agencies are investigating, but I think the initial clue was that the the plane was not able to land on runway, but the visuals, the videos recording the CCTV that are flooding on internet were showing some different story. So they are saying that it's not about the plane landing on runway. It's already, so the crash is already been happened when the plane was on sky. So the visual shows that the plane started rotating on the over the sky, and and getting imbalanced and started going down. But there are two type of things that are floating on internet. What is the correct one? Still, agencies are investigating. Hope that soon we are going to get the report out of it. Not only the minister, we have lost our pilots. I think there are few more people. Crews are also there. Everyone is died, and that was a very tragic event. Uh, Now the concern again started about the passenger safety. Irrespective of somebody is minister or not a minister or a normal person, is there any compromise in the security that is being done by the aviation part or the airlines? There are a limited airlines that fly their airplane on the sky, but not everyone follow the safety guidelines. That is the major area of concern. Recently, 6 or 7 months back, if I am exact with the timing, there was a Air India crash where almost 250 or 260 people lost their life, and still now, till now, we don't have any reports. Why exactly that event occurred? Who was responsible behind it? Was there is a Boeing, Honeywell? Which companies are there? Was that a manufacturing defect? Was that a technical software defect? Who was exactly responsible for that fault? The government also try to hide the things because these are the big companies. They are the big brands. Billions of dollars they spend on the planes and everything. So they don't want it their bad name. So they also wanted to tweak the investigation, and they try to bribe the government. And obviously, Indian government is very famous in this thing. Later on, the investigation reveals that the pilot are being blamed, that they are the one that caused that accident. I think they are not, because they are well capable enough to fly the plane. But why, the question here is that why we are hiding the defects or the opportunities from the big companies like Boeing, Honeywell, or XYZ companies, or their parts are there, the General Motors. So this is a area of concern where public need to step up and ask the government that why these things are happening. If concern is very simple and safe, if ministers the are not safe on the chartered planes, then they can guarantee of public? How can they be safe? Aviation minister just said that okay, all right, no problem. I'm going to investigate on it. I'm going to check more about it. Right now, the details are limited. He just said that, and before that also, when there was a Air India crash, at that time, again, hmm, again, 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 the same thing. People are not following the way that they are supposed to do in all these cases. Well, having said that, the investigation is underway. So let's discuss about it. Let's think about it, and we will hope that we are going to get some good findings that will be helpful for the passenger safety. That is the paramount. But still, people are still not trusting the government agency. The findings they are sharing, are they not biased? The only reason that they share the biased finding is because they wanted to save the big companies, and because these big companies sells their machineries or the equipment to entire globe. So one bad name cause create a cancellation of $1 billion of the plane, the entire the fleet system that they are managing. They will it will create a bad name, and the people will start losing the trust. When people will start losing the trust, they will start boycotting it, which is going to create a big loss not only for company but for everyone. So instead of there is just one plane crash, why not we just hide it, and uh, and just say that it's just a pilot fault, it's a manual error, and so that everybody will be get trusted that it's not a fault from a pilot, and then everyone will be will be okay with the things. And finally, what will happen that eventually they will get away from all these things, and who cares about the passenger safety, and nobody will going to question anyone, and people will start following the same whole journey method where they will travel with the less safety things, and that's how the things will go. It's India. The life is non. People will not question, not people, or in fact the government will don't care anyone's life. That's how the things will work here. So let's see. So that's how the things will work, and that's how the things will go, right. So that's how I'm going to closing this podcast. Well, hope so that everything will be fine and the passenger safety will be taken care.